Hey there guys, welcome to another video in which we'll be looking at some more War Thunder gameplay. In this video we're taking a look at the replay of a match which I had 2 days ago. And in this video I also want to talk about some team play, which has got everything to do with this match. Anyhow, so recently I joined a new squadron in War Thunder, which is called ACAF2. Which is a very competitive squadron with some great players in it. Now in this match I'm playing with 2 of my squadron members, so we are in a 3-man squad, and basically we were playing battle rating 7.0 Germans. Now I took the Panther II, which is a 6.7 battle rating tank, but it's a very good vehicle and is definitely capable of doing the job. Anyhow, the reason that I want to talk about team play along with this match is because what happened in this very specific battle. So just to give you some background information on what's going on, because I unfortunately don't have the original recording with the TeamSpeak commentary on it. But just to give you a little bit of background, I'm in my Panther II and I told them that I was going to go ahead and move up to Objective Charlie, which is where I am right now. Now, Pops and Yahol, who are my 2 squadron members, were going to move in later, so they're pretty much going to be the reinforcements for when I was capturing Objective Charlie, which was a relatively good plan in the beginning of the match. Now there already is a T-44, which I managed to take out with 1 single shell, after which he decided to go ahead and kill himself, which pretty much disabled already one of the enemy crew members, or one of the enemy team members, which was a good thing. But the threat is not over yet. As you can see right now, I'm being engaged by several enemy vehicles already, which obviously is very bad, and my 2 squad members were still not on place. Now eventually they did reach my area and I did manage to get out, but it was already too late. I was too critically damaged to be able to be combat effective. So I had to repair, which was not going very well. As you see right there, I already died just as my 2 squad members arrived, which was kind of unfortunate. But on the other hand, I did capture Objective Charlie and I did take out an enemy, which was very good because that allowed me to spawn back in my Horton 229, which you can see right here. Now unfortunately in War Thunder the replay system is bugged, so you can't see the exhaust from the 2 engines, and we barely get any sound as well, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm in my Horton 229 right now, and Pops and Yahol are still on the ground. And this pretty much opens the potential for some really cool team play in this match. So obviously I was in the air and they were still on the ground, allowing me to scout enemy locations for them and to patch through potential dangers that are close to them. And I think that team play is a vital part of the game in War Thunder. With proper team play you can win every single match, no matter what vehicles you take. Well, obviously the vehicles do matter, but it was a hyperbolic statement, don't whatever. But team play will allow you to win matches with much more ease and with much more success. So Yahol and Pops were still above Objective Charlie and they were being surrounded by enemies at this point, which brought them in a very tight spot. So I decided to go ahead and try to help them out by giving them enemy locations from my airplane. As you can see, they're both to the left, they're both around Objective Charlie, being engaged by an SU-122P and by several Joseph Stalin tanks. Now they were in a very tight spot and chance for survival is extremely low, but as we are a competitive squadron we were not going to give up. So I kept strafing around, giving them enemy locations to make sure they have an as high survival chance as possible. Now I also was being engaged myself, which obviously is not a very good thing. Personal safety goes above the safety of your team members, because if you die yourself then you're not useful for your team anymore anyway. So I decided to quickly go off objective and to engage the anti-air that was shooting at me. This did however allow the enemy to move in on my squad members, but they were still holding out pretty well at this point. So there you go, I took out one of the anti-aircraft vehicles, improving my own safety as well. Unfortunately, Ho already died, which is one of my squad members, and Pops was pretty much by himself at this point. Now, he is still being endangered by several enemy vehicles, so I kept strafing and I kept trying to give close air support to him, which was in the beginning quite successful, but it unfortunately did not save his life, as we will see soon. There you go. That explosion right there was my squad member dying as well, which was kind of unfortunate. But as we all did have enough spawn points to respawn in an airplane, we decided to go ahead and do a bombing raid, or pretty much do air to ground attacks. Now, I was in my Horton and I took the armor piercing shells, and Pups was in his Arado and Ho was in his Dornier 217, which both are very good aircraft, but there was one big danger. The enemy team had a high presence of special anti-air, which meant that they had a very real chance of being shot down. So at this point I pretty much decided to go ahead and try to defend them, and also defending myself, because it is anti-air which also forms a threat for me. So I decided to go ahead and strafe around the enemy spawn point to take out whatever anti-air was coming our way. And those strikes were quite successful. I managed to take out several anti-aircraft vehicles, allowing us to more safely do our job. And the thing that is so interesting about this match is the way our team play worked. I might upload some videos soon with TeamSpeak recordings, which I might record over the course of the next week, so you guys can get a better view of what I'm talking about. But pretty much what we are doing is we try to communicate as well as possible by patching through enemy locations and by assisting each other if we are being shot at or if we need to be repaired. And as you can see in the scoreboard of the match right now, we already, even though we were just 3 team members, we already did quite a significant part of winning the match. We captured objective Charlie, we successfully managed to defend it for a relatively long time, and we still have it, by the way. And at this point we are just basically ground pounding. We are taking out enemy tanks like crazy, allowing our team on the ground to continue to safely defend the objectives. Which was just a very interesting experience, and this was a great match. I really do wish I recorded it during the live session, but unfortunately I didn't, which I'm definitely going to do in the future. But yeah, after taking out the first anti-air in this match, which was like a few minutes ago, I actually started realizing the potential of the Horton as a ground attack vehicle. The Horton is already known to be a very good airplane in air realistic battles. It's a good anti-air vehicle, and it's also a good anti-ground vehicle with the armor piercing shells. Now, in realistic ground battles it does work slightly different. It generally takes a lot more shots to take out an enemy vehicle, and therefore people prefer to take aircraft with bombs on them, because bombs are very effective obviously against tanks. Regardless of that, I still decided to take the Horton out and to engage the enemy with my Horton. And it actually worked quite well. I managed to effectively take out 5 tanks and 1 airplane with the armor piercing shells on my Horton, which pretty much was a vital part of this battle. Now, the Horton only has got 95mm of penetrative value with the armor piercing shells, which is not a lot. But you do have to realize that you're in an airplane and that they are on the ground, so you can pretty much engage them from the side armor or from the top if you want to. And this is a very effective strategy, as usually the side armor or the top armor is not much thicker than 50mm. So even though 95mm of penetration is not a lot at Battering 7.0, it is good enough to actually effectively take out enemy tanks. Which is what we exactly did in this match. Now we are soon going to pretty much win the match. We absolutely crushed the enemy. And I just think this was a very interesting replay to show to you guys. So leave a comment behind if you think the same thing, if you also think this was interesting. Now the fun thing is, after this we went into a new match which was on the White Rock Fortress, and we didn't focus as much on team play as we did during this match, but I still got some amazing scores in that match as well. I managed to take out a total of 11 enemy tanks with just my Panther II and a Ho, which was very good. But yeah, what is the message I want to give you guys with this video? Team play really does work for winning matches. It works for helping your team survive the battle more easily, and it also brings more excitement to the battlefield. And what we are seeing now in War Thunder is unfortunately a lack of team play. A lot of times it happens that people don't squad up and just go in a battle by themselves, pretty much going straight for the objective and getting shot by the enemy because they are not paying attention to the actual threat around them. They're too focused on the objective and they're not focused at all on patching through enemy locations and helping your team survive, which is unfortunate. And the match, that Berlin match that you just saw, was quite the opposite of that. We used great team play in that match, and it was really enjoyable for me and for my squad members as well. So that's pretty much the message I want to give to you guys. Try to focus on team play and try to focus on assisting your teammates. It helps you win matches more often, and it also helps you to have more fun while playing War Thunder, which is basically a win-win for everyone. So yeah guys, I pretty much want to end up the video here as the replay has already ended. So if you enjoyed watching the video, consider liking, subscribing, comment, sharing. Whatever guys, then I'd like to thank you for watching and see you next time.